He worked harder than me. Everyone said he was going places. Last night, he asked me for $2,000. 10 years ago, Ryan and I started the same job, same week, same desk, same salary. Ryan bought the BMW. Ryan got the apartment upgrade. Ryan looked like a man pulling ahead. And me? I stopped checking my bank account. Not because everything was fine, because I was afraid of the number. There was a man at the office, almost 60. Drove a 10-year-old Honda. Never seemed worried about anything. I asked him once how he stayed so calm. He didn't laugh. He just said, "There's a difference between looking like you made it and actually making it. Almost nobody knows which one they're chasing." He went back to his coffee. I didn't. That night I did math I had never done before. Not the math of this month, the math of my whole life. 40 more years of the paycheck landing and leaving. 40 more years of running. And at the end of it, what? So I made one decision. From that day forward, the first bill I paid was my future self. Before rent, before the car, before anything. I wrote a number on a piece of paper. I circled a date on the calendar. I folded it, put it in a drawer, and told absolutely no one. Same starting salary, $55,000 a year. Both of us. Ryan's move. BMW payment, $450 a month. Apartment upgrade, $400 more. Every raise spent before it landed. Savings after 7 years, nearly zero. My move. Every single payday, $300 moved before I could touch it. Same apartment, same car, same everything. Savings after 7 years, over $25,000. Nobody saw it. Nobody clapped for it. There was no scoreboard. Then Thursday came, a layoff sweep. Half the floor gone by lunch. Ryan and I got the same email on the same morning. For Ryan, BMW loan still running, expensive apartment still due, zero cushion. He grabbed the first job he could find, in a panic. For me, 7 years of saying no, sitting quietly in an account, $25,000. I moved back to my parents' house, 31 years old, my childhood bedroom. The same crack in the same ceiling I stared at as a teenager. From the outside, Ryan looked like he handled it better. He never moved home. He never looked like he was struggling. But Ryan was drowning in a way nobody could see. Because looking like he was swimming was the entire game. Here is what $25,000 actually buys you. Not a lifestyle, not a flex, not a number to brag about. A flat tire becomes a Tuesday errand, not a crisis. A bad boss becomes a door you can walk out of, not a cage. A layoff becomes a pause, not a disaster. That money doesn't make you rich. It buys you the one thing nobody on the edge will ever have. Options. The ability to wait. The ability to say no. The ability to choose. At 26, I sat at a dinner table. 12 people. The question went around. What's next for you? What are you up to? The guy across from me just made senior manager. The woman beside him just bought a condo. Big answers. Loud answers. The question reached me. I said I was still at the same job. Things were fine. I watched their faces do the small polite thing when an answer disappoints them. I drove home feeling like less. Like I was falling behind in a race everyone else was clearly still running. I didn't know it yet. But I had just survived the hardest part of the whole thing. And it had nothing to do with money. I'm 34 now. Ryan is sitting on my couch, holding the coffee I made him, asking me how I did it. I thought about the dinner where I felt like less. The lunch where 2 coworkers pitied me. The night my thumb hovered over the buy button in the dark. The childhood bedroom where I was certain I had lost everything. 3 years ago, I was lying in my parents' house. Sure, it was over. Turns out that was the moment I had already won. Nobody just knew it yet, including me. I looked at Ryan and I told him the truth. For 10 years, nobody noticed I was winning. Not my friends, not my family, not Ryan. And that is exactly why it worked. The race doesn't end when you get rich. The race ends the second you stop running, for people who were never watching anyway. If this hits something in you, share it with someone still standing on the edge. They won't ask for help. They never do. But they need to hear this. More stories like this. Every week on Mason Finance. Hit subscribe. Circle a date. Tell no one. It works.